My parents would take us to watch these takeoff and landing out of Bombay Airport. And I remember Dad placing me on top of the car, and I would try to reach up and touch the tires of the aircraft as they were taking off. And that was it. I remember screaming and saying, "Dad, I want to be a pilot."
Dad, I want to be a pilot.
The really good part about India is that there are a lot of women in the industry now. If you you're not able to clear your papers or something, then even the duration and the cost will
increase obviously.
And similarly, if you go abroad, the cost of flying is not as expensive, but the cost of stay, your tickets,
Correct.
everything come up to a lot more. Another way is you join an airline and they help you deciding which school you can go, but that comes to around 1 crore. Suddenly a layer of clouds covering the runway, and I'm deciding, jao, nahi jao, land karu, nahi karu. And then I looked at the GPS, I said, I can land easily. And I cut through the clouds. The moment I came out of the clouds, I saw the runway in front, another aircraft over there on the right, mountain yahan pe. It was an adventurous flight that I remember forever. I was flying a Cessna 172, and this was in the US. It was about around 3,500 feet. And I could see LA airport on my right.
Wow.
And all the aircrafts parked on one side, aircrafts continuously taking off from there. The Hollywood mountain right opposite it. My entire family, actually, they were waiting for this moment. So, of course, for them it was such a big deal. And I'm the only person in the house who's a pilot.
Correct.
So, मेरे time पे तो jobs थे ही नहीं. तब they didn't even send out any vacancies. ऐसा था. So 2 साल के लिए I was without a pilot job.
If you think your job is stressful, try flying a plane full of cranky passengers while dreaming about your next scuba expedition. Meet Captain Shruti Venkatesh, who's a certified thrill seeker and who's one of the few people that I can actually trust at 35,000 feet. She's going to tell us stories from the skies and snacks from all over the world about her travels and everything. So today's episode, and by the way, she's a good friend of mine as well. So today's podcast is going to be a mix of turbulence and a lot of tea. So let us dive in and welcome to another episode of Conversations Over Black Coffee. So Shruti, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming. So I'm going to start this podcast by asking you a question about why did you decide to choose this profession. But before that, I want to tell you how I fell in love with flying. As a kid, when we were growing up in the 90s, being a pilot was the most desired career option. Whenever someone asked me, देखो क्या बनना है बड़ा होके, मुझे हमेशा लगता था मुझे पायलट बनना है, मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है, या तो मुझे इंजीनियर बनना है. But I didn't know how much I was obsessed with flying until I saw this movie called Top Gun. When I saw that movie, I was like, how? Like, I'm going to ask you the first simple question. Like, how does a machine that weighs around 570 tons? I mean, I'm still obsessed about the fact that how can someone do that? Like, it's an engineering marvel. Like, how does an aircraft flies? Like, that's my first question.
So very short and sweet. The concept is something like how a bird flies, and there's the engines. I'm going to speak about the jet engines. It actually gives the thrust, which is giving the lift to the aircraft.
Correct.
There's pressure on top, there's pressure below the wings, and that causes it to lift, and hence it moves forward. It's a very easy process, which is copied literally from a long, long time ago, done by many, many aviators.
But why didn't they copy the flapping of the wings as well? Go ahead.
वो fuel कहाँ रखेंगे?
Okay, so enough about my obsession. My obsession not just comes from the movie Top Gun. My favorite cartoons were DuckTales. Have you seen DuckTales?
Yeah, I have.
So remember Launchpad?
Yes.
He was a pilot. Then there was Tailspin, where Baloo was a pilot. And my favorite cricketer back then was Shoaib Akhtar. And whenever he used to take a wicket, he used to imitate a
Like a
flying plane. Yeah. And it's just so fascinating to see aircraft in the skies. So I want to know everything right from the childhood. How did you fall in love with flying?
So as you said, as growing up, as a child, I was very lucky when my parents would take us to watch these takeoff and landing out of Bombay Airport. And I remember dad placing me on top of the car,
Absolutely.
and I would try to reach up and touch the tires of the aircraft as they were taking off. And that was it. I remember screaming and saying, "Dad, I want to be a pilot. Dad, I want to be a pilot." And that was it for me. And luckily, my parents, both of them, were very supportive all throughout my life growing up. They, if anybody asks, "Beta, bada hoke kya banna hai?" and dad and mom, "Beta, ye to pilot hi banna hai." So it was very easy with them. They made it very easy for me.
You grew up in Bombay?
Yes, I was from Goa,
Okay.
and then when I was 5 years old, I moved to Mumbai with my family.
And where's the spot? I would love to check it out. I also love seeing aircrafts taking off.
Santa Cruz Highway, yeah,
Is it
right
used to
there.
stay in Santa Cruz?
No, we were in Mahim, but we would drive down to Santa Cruz and write it on, park the car right there. And if you even just go on the expressway in a bus, you can see the runway from there.
Yes, yes.
So that's somewhere where we would stand and watch it. Yeah.
So as a child, like I said, even I was obsessed with planes and flying. But when did you decide to seriously take this as a career? Like I'm speaking about when probably you're in 10th standard
Yeah.
and you have to take that decision to choose a stream. So when did you start planning for this journey of yours to become a pilot?
So, growing up, this, like I said, the subject at home was always like, okay, Shruti is going to be a pilot and easy. But there was a lot of peer pressure that I experienced, everyone becoming engineers and doctors and, getting into hotel management. So, I did sidetrack a little. I thought, even I should do the same. I even appeared for a couple of exams, CET and all those. And then, but my parents and grandparents were very sure. They said, listen, give this a shot. You're good. You're going to be good at it. And the first time I flew out in a small aircraft, that's when I knew this is it. This is what I wanted to do. And that was in India, right here, flying school. Yeah.
But going back in time, like if a 16-year-old girl is watching this show right now,
Yeah.
and she wants to become a pilot, and of course information to available hai internet pe, but how should she approach this profession? Like 10th standard हो गया, उसके बाद में उसको कौन सा stream choose करना है, कौन से exams देने हैं. If someone is really interested in becoming a pilot, academics wise क्या journey होती है?
So, see, information to हर जगह available है. I can tell you a little bit. 12th pass करना है.
Correct.
You need physics and maths. These are two additional subjects.
Okay.
आप commerce, science, arts करने के बाद भी कर सकते हैं. And then you start preparing for DGCA written exam. These
Okay.
are objective based. उसके साथ में आप अपना, you can do your medical, and because that gives you a clarification. Okay, you can continue as a pilot and then go for your flight training. So once you're done with your exam studying, you can do your flight training whether in India or abroad. And एक बार आपको commercial pilot license, you get it in hand, then you can then decide कि okay, I'm going to join an airline, या फिर airline खुद आपको next part of the training देता है.
Okay,
So
great.
it's an easy step, but the main thing is to get your DGC exams done.
Okay, and how tough are these exams?
They are quite tough. It's about a 70% pass objective paper.
Okay.
So there are a lot of classes available all over India who
Correct.
help out. These are available.
Suppose now I give my DGCA exam and now I cleared the exam.
Okay.
अब मुझे फ्लाइंग स्कूल में अप्लाई करना है, तो इंडिया में फ्लाइंग स्कूल्स कैसे है? आपका फ्लाइंग स्कूल का एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था? और एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ कि इसमें फाइनेंसेस इन्वॉल्व होते हैं.
Okay.
कि जैसे अगर किसी को डॉक्टर बनना है तो काफ़ी खर्चा आता है बुक्स में या तो एडमिशन लेने में. वैसे इस फील्ड में भी इट इज़ क्वाइट फाइनेंशियली ड्रेनिंग. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू नो इन पार्ट्स, लाइक अभी हमने DGCA एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया, उसके बाद में आपको फ्लाइंग स्कूल के लिए अप्लाई करने के लिए कितना खर्चा आता है, कैसे प्रोसेस रहती है?
DGCA exams, as you're doing it, उसी टाइम पे आपको डिसाइड करना है whether you are going to fly in India or whether you're going abroad, which is US, Canada,
Correct.
Australia. And if you already decided कि I'm doing it in India, by the time you are done with your papers, you should already be in touch with a flying school. There are many flying schools in India that you can get in contact with, and they'll help you out, with the admission. The cost of it comes to around 60 to 80 lakhs right now.
But ये अभी है या 2009
ये
की?
फ्यूल के कॉस्ट के हिसाब से वेरी करता है.
ओके ओके.
सो इंडिया में अगर कॉस्ट ज्यादा है तो फिर
School का भी
अकॉर्डिंगली
cost.
स्कूल का कॉस्ट भी बढ़ता है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स इफ you are very efficient, you do your written exams on time, your flying is done on time, then the amount that you've actually decided, if you will be using that same amount, but if you vary, like, you're not able to clear your papers or something, then even the duration and the cost will
Increase obviously.
Yeah, and similarly, if you go abroad, the cost of flying is not as expensive, but the cost of stay, your tickets,
Correct,
everything come up to a lot more. And another way is you join an airline and they help you in deciding which school you can go.
Oh.
But that comes to around 1 crore. So that's an
Okay.
additional cost that the student has to bear.
Correct.
So this is like the cost and the experience required. After joining an airline, they'll again make you spend for the specific type of aircraft that the airline has.
Correct.
That also has to be borne by the pilot.
Correct.
And that cost will not be taken care of by the airline.
Yeah.
So this is how it.
So how was your experience? आप कौन सी school में थे? How was your experience, flying school experience in India? And do you have any fun stories of flying your first aircraft?
Oh my God, yes. So I was in India. That was where my first flying school was. And I remember sitting in the aircraft with this pilot, and he was an instructor. And the moment he took
Sorry
off,
to cut you off, but what plane was it?
okay, so I remember sitting with the instructor, and it was a small two-seater Cessna 152, a yellow color 152, and we took off, and it was bumpy, it was summer, and the aircraft started shaking, and he looked at me, said, "ठीक है?" I said, "हाँ sir, ठीक हूँ." And that was it. And my dad was down on the ground looking at me take off, and he, I think, freaked out. He ran back home. Sir, मैं नहीं आऊँगा बैठने के लिए. And that was the first experience I had as a student.
Wow.
I think if it wasn't for that instructor, I wouldn't have felt,
Correct.
that joy. And he removed that fear out of me.
Correct.
So, little bit of actions of turning the plane right and left and up and down and spinning, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I always wondered. Like, I don't know whether you love driving cars or anything, but the joy of handling that heavy ass machine and you have the control is just liberating somehow. That's why I'm so obsessed about how was your first experience? How did it feel when it took off? When you are in mid-air?
There, yeah. I am not a big fan of cars,
Okay.
but every time I go for my flight, even today,
Mhm.
I look at it and I said, "Wow, I have a great job."
Nice. So, any fun experiences at school? Anything where you goofed up? Dhamal movie. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Lal beta nahi raha. Has anything of that sort happened? And how important is the role of a good instructor when you're learning?
Absolutely a big role. After I decided to fly in India, I took a break to study, and I didn't have a lot of help to decide कि कौन सा exam पहले देना है,
Correct.
and made a lot of mistakes. So I couldn't finish my papers यहाँ पे.
Hmm.
So I took a break to just finish the papers. The time I met a few people, they said, "Go to US. अच्छा है flying school." So I went to California, and there also I flew in 3 different flying schools, and all the instructors were amazing. And the one thing I remember was doing this flight, जहाँ पे मैं solo अकेले flying from one place to another, and return coming back, suddenly a layer of clouds covering the runway. And I'm deciding, जाऊँ नहीं जाऊँ, land करूँ नहीं करूँ. And then I looked at the GPS. I said, I can land easily. And I cut through the clouds. The moment I came out of the clouds, I saw the runway in front, another aircraft over there on the right,
Damn.
mountain यहाँ पे. And it was an adventurous flight that I remember forever. Went and landed. All good, all safe.
That's another thing that I'm always fascinated about. Like I've heard these stories. I don't know how true they are, but what if a bird kind of just comes into your windshield or something?
Oh, it happened.
Oh God.
Yeah, it happened to me just few months ago. A flock of birds just came and smacked onto the windshield.
Oh God. And is it risky?
It depends. It depends when it happens.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure you've heard of the movie
Correct,
and
correct, yeah,
Sully.
yeah.
Yeah. But नहीं मेरे साथ ऐसे कुछ नहीं हुआ. I got lucky. But है उसका you know parameters check करो, engine ठीक है, ये ठीक है. You know you check and then
Okay.
no, everything is okay. We inform the ATC कि ऐसा हुआ है. And it's a coordination कि we know कि ऐसा possible है, especially during.
और अभी टेक भी एडवांस हुआ है काफी, क्योंकि मैं ये 90s में सब स्टोरी सुनता था कि बर्ड आके वो इंजन में चला गया एंड उसकी वजह से सब खराब हो गया.
नहीं वो भी possible है. Even
Okay,
now.
is it?
Yeah, very much.
Okay, great. So moving on, you finished your flying school. How was the experience in the US? Like you went there, you finished. You did why 3 different schools? I didn't get that part.
So I went there and the cost of flying increased with the dollar change. So I
Correct.
had to change to another school.
Mhm.
Then my visa was expiring, so I had to come back, renew my visa. When I went back, the flying school shut down. So then I lined up the third school. So that's how it happened. And when I finished my flying in US, I came back to India. The rules change ho gaye where you have to do additional training in India.
अरे बाप रे.
So I landed up flying, doing my training. It took me more than 2 years just to get my commercial license, and a lot of money more than expected, of course. But hands down, the flying experience in US was amazing. So यहाँ पे cost effective है. You can stay closer to your family, but there you get the exposure. And the most fun thing used to be, me and my friends, we would rent the aircraft. We would fly to another city, park the aircraft while it's getting refueled. We take the most expensive convertibles, drive down, and
Make me jealous.
and fly back.
Oh wow.
It was an experience.
Nice. So now you finished your flying school in the US. You come back to India. If I can get the timeline correct, so from 2010 to 2014, you finished your flying school,
Yeah.
and then you started to apply for jobs. So now I want to know कि एक बार आपने सारा ट्रेनिंग कर लिया, एग्जाम्स क्लियर कर लिए, how easy or difficult it is to find a job in the aviation sector as a pilot?
Right now, they are in need of pilots, so it's not as difficult as it was when I applied. So मेरे time पे तो jobs थे ही नहीं. तब they didn't even send out any vacancies. इतना ऐसा था. So 2 साल के लिए I was without a pilot job.
Okay.
But I was at home studying, preparing कि कभी ना कभी कोई airline आएगा with a job, and आया था, you know, Jet Airways and Air India, ये सारे airlines के जो नाम job entry आए थे. उस time पे I did like you know, I was working with a friend and I would do filing, online filing for him, and he would pay me for that. That was my pocket money. After that, for a few months, I worked with this company who has a magazine, and their boss needed a PA, so I was their PA for a bit, and then I was doing proofreading for them for their magazines. This was again part-time, just to, you know, do something,
Pay the bills.
pay the bills, yeah, fill in the
But isn't it frustrating? Like you didn't have a job for almost like 2 years.
yeah.
So isn't it frustrating कि are you unsure about the future? Are you rethinking? Self doubt तो होती रहेगी कि यार ये decision मैंने लिया है, इतना पैसा डाला हुआ है.
No, as much as my parents were supportive, it was very difficult even for them, because the kind of pressure that they had कि अरे लड़की है, शादी कराना है, she's already 24, she's not without a job.
Please don't say already 24. man.
Yeah, all this. She's 25 and she doesn't have a job. She's not getting married, and you know, you spend so much money on her, which they did. My grandparents,
That's
my
fair.
parents,
Yeah.
everybody. There was a lot of pressure, and it made me think about my choices. That
Correct.
should I have not taken this as a career? But I got lucky when I was 25. I decided to go to Spain and do my further studying.
Okay.
That was also a gamble. I did my type rating on the Airbus aircraft and came back, fingers crossed, hoping कि job मिल जाएगा.
Okay.
No idea that there's going to be any vacancy, nothing. And I appeared for one airline exam, didn't get through it. Very disheartening. 2 months later, another airline, and I said, okay, अब तो study करके करना है. But again, it didn't happen. And study, as in, I'm saying like 15 hours a day.
I know you were a
It
studious.
was,
Yeah.
and this is a struggle which every pilot goes through who's taken the conventional way. Finally, फिर लग गया job at 26. said, okay, now I'm there. It is.
घर पे क्या रिएक्शन था? तू पेड़ा लेके गई कि मॉम डैड के?
तो शिरडी भी चले फर्स्ट थिंग वही किया सिद्धि विनायक शिरडी every possible
I'm pretty sure mom dad must be so proud of you and
Very,
so
very,
happy.
very, yeah.
कैसा था वो दिन? Tell me about it. When you got-
Mom, dad, and my sister.
Dada,
I have a
dadi.
younger sister. Yeah, my grandparents, my entire family actually. They were waiting for this moment. So
Yeah.
of course, for them it was such a big deal. And I'm the only person in the house who's a pilot.
Correct.
Not only just the girl, but nobody
yeah,
else is a pilot in the house. So it was a big deal for everyone, not only for me. Yeah.
I remember when I got to know you got a job, I was also excited and we had not even that close friends back then. But I was like, I love मेरा दोस्त pilot बन गया. Like if I had the choice,
Thank you.
मैं वो बैनर लगवा देता था जिसमें तेरा फोटो फिर नीचे अंकित मेरा सब क्या हम लोग फोटो congratulating you on that.
सबने मेरे साथ स्ट्रगल किया है. You're right.
No, but that brings me to my next question. How important it is to have a good support system. I'll give you an analogy. Like, अगर कोई IAS के लिए prepare कर रहा है, it's a very tough exam. बहुत कम लोग IAS clear कर पाते हैं.
Yeah.
लोग अपना डिग्री ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी से करके 3 साल दिल्ली में बिताते हैं. वो पढ़ाई करके वो डेडिकेशन देके फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट सेकंड अटेम्प्ट की बस मैं IAS बन जाऊँ. So everyone has that struggle story. And उसमें अगर if you have a support system
Yeah.
who can help you financially, emotionally, so how important is a support system and how was your support system? अब तक तो देख के लग रहा है they were really
So
they
yes,
care for you, yeah.
ये तो बहुत ही important है जो support system. If you are coming from a family जिनको जो already pilots है या at least कुछ भी background, then it's a very easy. I'm not saying it's not difficult for them, but at least you know what step is
वे
next.
उनको पता
Yeah.
होता है, correct.
And it's conventional for a person who's getting into being a doctor and engineer because it's a set procedure and a process. But for someone like me, and there are many of us जिनको नहीं पता है कि कैसे करना है या कितना, so you are just parents are just spending money. कि, oh, now you have your medical, oh, now you have your exams, and now you have your flight training, and it's if you don't send the money to the flying school, they're just waiting for your. I'm waiting over there for my next flight. So there's a lot of pressure on the parents because of this. But luckily, my dad was able to manage,
Correct.
with a loan and with the help of my grandparents and of course all whatever savings they had. So financially, they helped me out a lot, and I was able to get a job. I worked as a waitress for some time. I worked, with another friend of mine. Uske saath I would do a little bit of online servicing. So these things helped me where I could save some money at
Correct.
least for my personal expenses.
Correct.
So that was the easy way for me, compared to a lot of other pilots that I know who've
Mhm.
had to save themselves and then go through their own struggle. Yeah.
But that's such an inspiring story, and I think every profession is quite taxing, but
Yeah.
you need to believe in yourself. And if you're sure, like we were having this conversation off camera, that if you're absolutely sure कि मुझे pilot ही बनना है,
Yeah.
तो the journey should start at 12th standard. Like don't waste your time. मतलब आप डिग्री करो 3 साल की, but if you're absolutely sure, if you have the finances, if you have the support system, I think the
Yes.
earlier the better, correct?
Yes. So I think that now, hindsight, I can tell you ki if you are absolutely interested in becoming a pilot, then the moment you finish your 12th and you have physics, maths, you start preparing for these exams. You do your medical and you decide, I'm going to this flying school. By the time you're 18 years old, you're already done with everything and you have your license in your hand. And after that, the world is open to you. It's this is a very easy way to do it, and everything is available online to cross check. Okay, am I doing it right or wrong? So
Now you got a job and you're happy, your parents are happy, सब लोग पेड़ा खाया, शिरडी गया. Now tell me, how does a day in a life of Captain Shruti look like? Like what are your working hours? What time you wake up? Saturday, Sunday छुट्टी रहता है?
no Saturday, Sunday chutti, no birthdays, no anniversaries.
Oh God.
Do not even talk about New Year's party. None of those. Agar diya to it is like a blessing. But the pros are, of course, that sometimes I get my weekly off. Sometimes I'm flying, and the entire day I have off. So वो भी pros है. I get to travel, which I love doing, and that's one of the reasons I became a pilot, because I knew I get to see a lot of different countries. My day starts if I'm doing an early morning, of course. Then wake up, I say my prayers, and then I just have my coffee, pack my dabba, and off for my flight. Come back, and the routine of take my rest and workout. Of course, if I'm doing a night flight, then I time myself. I rest for a bit during the day, and the same routine for my night flights. I don't compromise on my sleep so much. I've learned the hard way. I've pushed my body in the past. As an early 20-year-old, you can do all that. But now I'm very clear ki, okay, if I were exercising, then I don't miss my sleep. And if
Yeah.
I'm doing my flights, then it's just that. And it's more important to time it out.
But isn't it taxing? Like, I want to know, like, suppose today it's a Sunday and you
Yeah.
are flying tomorrow. You land, say, in Jakarta in the evening. Then
Okay.
when is your next flight? Like, what is the time between
Um,
your consecutive flights?
So we get a good 24-hour plus rest.
Okay.
And usually, like you said, Jakarta, if it's a long flight, you're not that exhausted compared to doing 3-4 landings in a day.
While you're flying domestic.
While I'm flying domestic.
Okay.
Actually, flying domestic is more
More
tiring,
taxing, yeah.
than doing a one flight or just 2 flights, which are a lot more far away. So I make sure that both me and my co-pilot are, well prepared for the flight, and there's no hassle between both of us. We talk it out. Okay, you need your coffee, you need your rest, and similarly, if once I reach my destination, if it's a layover, then same thing.
Hotel mein rest.
Hotel mein
But
rest.
what about
So-
domestic flights? Like maximum number of flights we have done in a day.
4 flights. That is something which is very common nowadays. Yeah. 4 flights it's a very common thing.
Hey, do you have a captain voice? This is your captain, like the hi bye tone voice. Can you do that for me? I know it's very good. I'm putting in a spot, but I would love to.
I really try. I think I sound very hoarse, but when I hear myself, I sound like a baby. But
It's something about
ladies
the
and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck.
Let's go. I think it's something about the microphone. It just sounds so like I'm like you mera paisa le le. You say anything, I'll agree. Do it right now.
Some of the pilots have a very good announcement.
especially some of the
Yeah.
guys, man. I think it has something to do with the microphone or no. I don't know what it is, but the voice is so calming and so authoritative. Okay, मुझे कुछ भी बोलेगा, be ready to do that.
Yeah, and I just realized you don't actually have to introduce yourself to your patients the way I will have to introduce myself to my passengers.
Another thing I'm always like it intrigued me a lot was suppose I'm driving in say South Goa or I want to drive in Spain, and when I'm driving, I'm just mesmerized by the views that I see, and I can't imagine like how you would feel when you're flying over something. Say, for example, when I was traveling to UK and we were flying over the Tower Bridge, and I was fortunate enough to see the bridge open while it was in the air. So don't you also get like you're flying, you're doing your job, and oh, ye kya?
Yeah, definitely. So I remember I was flying a Cessna 172, and this was in the US. I was under
Okay.
training, and I was flying solo. It was LAX airport, and I was about like around 3,500 feet above sea level, and I could see LA airport on my right.
Wow.
And all the aircrafts parked on one side, aircrafts continuously taking off from there, and there was
jealous.
the Hollywood mountain right opposite. It's amazing. And the last one I remember was flying into Srinagar.
Wow.
The mountainous range, beautiful, just snow-clad mountain, and then you fly through them. Just right in front is your cute little Srinagar airport. I think that's the most amazing part of my job. The moment you cut through clouds and you can see the city or the mountain range, amazing. The other airport that I love to watch is Dubai. You can see the Palm Jumeirah and the runway and the Sharjah airport this side. It's beautiful. Can never
Also,
get
since
over
you're a Mumbai girl, every time you land back in Mumbai airport, is is it that exciting or it's annoying? कि अरे यार और 2 घंटा मेरे को इधर ही घूमना है.
No. Bombay has a different charm for me in my head.
Yeah.
Yes, back home.
Once a Mumbai girl, always a Mumbai girl. Any fun, crazy stories from your flying? Like, okay, let me ask you this. Any celebrities that, I know you have to be professional, you don't have to disturb them or anything, but any such celebrity that you really admired and you got a chance to meet them because of your profession?
So I've not been as lucky to fly a lot of celebrities, to be honest, but there was one passenger that was Lucky Ali.
Lucky. Oh, I see what you did there.
And he was so kind, he was so sweet, and both my parents were also traveling with me. They were in fact flying with me on one of those flights, and I just very scared and timid went up to him and said, "Sir, can I please take a picture with you?" He said, yes, of course. And are those your parents? Do they also want to get into the picture? And I said, no, it's okay. I'm just me. It was, I felt so overwhelmed. I'm so happy to actually see him. I've grown up listening to his music.
All of us.
Yeah, exactly. All of us have. That's my memorable moment.
Thanks. And now the fun side apart, I'm sure this is a very stressful and high pressure job. So how do you manage to stay calm in pressure situations, like if the weather is bad or in general you're having a stressful day, like 4 flights in a day?
Yeah.
So how do you manage to stay calm?
So I cannot answer this in general for everyone, but I can tell you one thing, that we all get trained and we all have exams every 6 months, which keeps us on check, and so that we know what we are supposed to know about the aircraft and normal procedures and emergencies. So that itself builds up our muscle memory, and it helps a lot in case of a difficult situation. Along with that, we're supposed to take care of ourselves. We're supposed to be ready.
Physically, mentally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And every job nowadays is stressful.
Correct.
So I think what has helped me is the understanding of how I was maybe like even 5 years ago, taking my health for granted and all, and how it impacted negatively. So now I have a set pattern. Okay, this is what I should do in order to have a better flight and a chill flight. Additionally, if I have a night flight or if I have a very long day, now that I'm a captain, I can set the tone. I tell my co-pilot, like, hey, listen, we have a long day. Let's take it easy. If you feel uneasy, if you feel like you need to rest or have a coffee and take a bathroom break, and because we fly with different people every day and we don't know each other personally, so it's very important to talk to each other about how we're feeling.
To have a conversation over black coffee, maybe.
Absolutely. Plus it's I've flown with people who are half my age sometimes. I mean, yeah, I've flown with people sometimes who are twice my age, or
someone who's very young,
5-6 years younger. So it always varies, and I believe that everybody has their own restrictions in order to open up with a woman. So I try my level best where we both, and that really helps in keeping, at least I know it helps me being calm.
Correct.
In case of something happens. Yeah.
Great. So now, since we are on the topic of this, women in male-dominated fields, how's the male to female ratio when it comes to aviation? I'm talking specifically about pilots and captains.
So what I've read that the female ratio abroad is actually a lot lesser compared to men and compared to India. But the really good part about India is that there are a lot of women in the industry now. Yes, it's still a lot lesser than the male culture, how do I put this, male ratio? Yeah,
male. Like,
okay, of course. It's a lot lesser than the male ratio.
But that's true for every field that has been traditional. Like slowly women are starting.
It's growing.
But in India, it's better.
It's a lot better than I would say abroad, and it doesn't feel any different than you want to progress, you're given enough equality to do that.
Same medicals and everything.
Absolutely the same. Yes.
Okay. Now the fun question that I've been meaning to ask you for all these years: why is the place where you fly the aircraft called cockpit? What does a cockpit mean?